Okay, this time you can hear me. So, good morning, good day, good evening. This is Jay with Not a Frying Pan Gaming, and today we are going to talk about what's coming up in the Arachnid Quarter of the Naxxramas Adventure mode in Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. And today, you can actually hear me! Okay, so what I was talking about before in the video that most of you probably saw, when I was just blah 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 with no sound, was that we got some information, well, a couple of days ago now, this week anyway, about the release of the Arachnid Quarter and the Naxxramas Adventure mode. We don't know when it's going to be yet, but most people assume that it's going to be July 15th or this Tuesday. What we do know is that it's going to be 700 gold per wing, or $7 US per wing. However, during the very first month, roughly, after release, the first wing, the Arachnid Quarter, is going to be free. And if you purchase multiple wings together with real money, the price drops from $7 to $5 per wing. So in total, the cheapest you could get it would be $20 if you get the first wing free and then buy the rest of them in a bundle. Or the most expensive you could get it, if you don't play for the first month, would be 3,500 gold. Now with the gold to US dollar conversion rate being pretty high, if we're looking at, for example, in the shop, one pack is 100 gold, or 15 packs for $20. Basically, you're going to get 28 packs worth of content out of your $20 that you buy it with Nax. So it's definitely worth it to buy them in a bundle together and get the first pack, the first quarter, rather, the Arachnid Quarter, for free. So what we found out a while back, which most of it has been more or less confirmed from the iPad leak, which if you didn't see that, there will be a link in the description, we found out about some of the bosses and boss abilities. Now, since the Arachnid Quarter is going to be free, most of the people are going to be able to play it, and it's going to be the one that comes out first. We're going to take a look at what we can do to make our way through that Arachnid Quarter. So the first thing we want to look at are the bosses. There's 3 bosses in the Arachnid Quarter: Anubrakan, Grand Widow Fairlena, and Naxxramas. Now, the thing about these bosses is their hero powers. They are intentionally overpowered to make it more of a challenge. So to start with, Anubrakan has a 2 mana hero power, just like all of us. However, his hero power is like the Paladin hero power, but he summons a 3/1 instead of a 1/1. So think Paladin 1/1, Anubrakan 3/1. Grand Widow Fairlena, her hero power, again for 2 mana, is to deal 1 damage to a random target per card in her opponent's hand. So let's say I'm playing a deck, I've got 5 cards in my hand, she casts her hero power, she's going to shoot 5 missiles that will hit a random target, each doing 1 damage. If I had 7 cards, for example, she'd shoot 7, and so on and so forth. She also is going to have worshippers that have to be killed, because each worshipper gives her bonus damage. And finally, with Naxxramas, basically, her big thing is that she's going to have a hero power, which I believe is 2 mana, might be 3, that saps. So every turn, she will be able to cast sap. So what do we want to do to get rid of this, or to counter this? Well, my thought is we want AoE to take out the worshippers and the 3/1s. we want not a lot of cards in hand, so we really want to be able to effectively top deck. And finally, we want to punish Naxxramas and her saps. So we want a lot of battle cries. If we play a card with a battle cry and she saps it, guess what? We get to play that battle cry again. That can be pretty overpowered in some situations. Plus, it's like getting free cards for your deck. Every card that she puts, that she saps, just adds 1 to your total deck count. Alright. So, in the previous video you may have seen, I already went ahead and I built the deck that we're going to look at, but we'll take a look at it now, and I'll do my best to explain why each card is in the deck. So, to start with, Arcane Missiles. Should be highly effective against Anubrakan's 3/1s. Basically, gives us a high probability of killing at least one of them off, if not more. 2 of those in the deck. Elven Archer. Same thing. Battle Cry, 1 damage. Directed, so it's not random like the Arcane Missiles. We've got 2 of those. Plus, it's a Battle Cry, so against Naxxramas, we get a little bit of added value out of that. Arcane Explosion. Again, same concept as the Arcane Missiles, but this is if we have a bunch on the field at once, and we don't want to risk the randomness of the Arcane Missiles. Ironbeak Owl. Again, played because of that Battle Cry, Silence. I'm anticipating Anubrakan is going to be buffing his 3/1s. It's a free minion to put on the board, so he automatically has tempo control just for that. So if he can buff those, that's going to be a huge boon to him. So we want to take away those buffs if we can. So we have our Battle Cry, Silence, and we also have this Spellbreaker for the same reason. Next thing we're going to look at here is the Tide Hunter. Again, for the Battle Cry, and because we're trying to rush, best case scenario, she keeps sapping our Tide Hunter, and we just keep 1/1, 1/1, 1/1, and we have a 2/1 on the board. Demolisher. This one's a little bit questionable because it is random, but again, it's going to apply a lot of pressure. We'll be able to take out 3/1s. I'm guessing the Worshippers are probably not going to have a lot of health since they're such a key component, but hopefully this will help take care of those. Iron Forge, again, the Battle Cry is what we're looking at here. Same for the Razorfen Hunter and the Shattered Sun Cleric. Now this one is particularly nice because if she saps the Shattered Sun, we can give a lot of free stats to people. You know, a 3/2 for 3 mana is decent on its own. A 3/2 for 3 mana that gives a friendly minion +1/+1 is fantastic. So if we can get a bunch of these going, we're set. Cone of Cold, again, for that AoE damage, plus it freezes. So if he does get some buffs off, Anubrakan that is, and we can't deal with his 3 whatever it is right away, we can at least freeze them in place so that we don't have to worry about their damage until we can deal with it. Fireball wouldn't be a mage deck if we didn't play Fireball. Dark Iron Dwarf, again, 4 mana, 4/4. It's pretty close to a Yeti. Plus, it gives somebody else +2. And again, that Battle Cry is all for Naxxramas. She saps this, we get it back. Dragonling Mechanic, same thing. Token, 2/4. Excuse me, 2/4 and a 2/1. It's like a Yeti. It's just split up over 2 minions instead of all in one. Spellbreaker we already talked about. Blizzard, more of that AoE damage, more of that freeze, and this is for the whole board. So if we really get overrun, we can drop Blizzard and give ourselves a little breathing room. And finally, Flame Strike, basically our panic button. I gotta get rid of everything on the other side of the field. Boom. Flame Strike will take out pretty much everything they throw at us. So, let's go ahead and play a couple of games here just to see what it looks like. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to do particularly well in ranked because nobody is playing anything similar to what we're doing here. So we're going to go ahead and go to casual mode and play our deck. And of course, it's built to beat the Arachnid Quarter, so we would be remiss if we didn't put something punny in the name. So we called it Arachnophobia. You should have seen that coming. So we'll sit back, relax, and see how this does. Taking its sweet time today. But here we go.
Jaina versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
You asked for it.
Okay. Pretty expensive starting deck. Let's see if we can get a little bit of value out of the Demolisher. Oy, not a big fan of this.
One shot.
Alright. Well, manage that. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I've played against a one of these guys before. Oh, we really can't play. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. We're gonna do it. Let's do this. Please, no Earth Shock. It's just as bad. Okay. Okay, well, can't get any natural value out of it. Might as well make them pay for leaving it on the board.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay.
Push forward.
Job done.
He's still getting the value out of it, but I'm okay with that. Okay. That's fair. Give him one more turn with that. And then Blizzard.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay. 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 I'm okay with this. It's putting a lot of shit on the board. Okay. No. Let's see.
I hope you like my invention.
I think I want to silence the
Get behind me.
totem on the left. Yeah, that one. Okay, can I do that?
Your magic shall not save you.
See how this does. Perfect. So I can either Cone of Cold or Fireball or both. Only 14 damage.
You call that a whip?
Die, mage.
Let's see. Rockbiter, Wind Fury would be pretty awful, so I'm gonna leave that where it is.
What you want?
Locked and loaded.
Die, mage.
So, obviously our AoE is doing fine. Gotten a ton of value out of this Demolisher. That's fair. Ooh. Oh, that hurts. Hey, look at that. We filled the board.
Don't mess with Tusker.
It's me and Mr. Right.
I can't do that.
Done. Fire!
Short of a Wind-Furied Charge minion, I think we've got this one.
Engaging TC-130 Mental Dislocator.
Or that. Nah.
Well played.
Alright. So, as you can see, the deck is draw dependent, but I think it'll work. We'll just have to see when Naxx comes out, how it does. But I think that's all for today. So, now that you can hear me, thanks for watching. You can find me at youtube.com/JoeCloud31, JoCloud31, which is here. Twitch TV, twitch.tv/JoeCloud31. Again, JoCloud31. Twitter.com, Facebook.com, Empowered.com, Empeopled.com, and I believe Raptor, RAPTR.com. And every one of those /JoeCloud31. That way you can figure out when I'm going to be streaming and when new videos go up. And hopefully I will be able to make some more new videos soon. But with that said, good night, and thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe, that too. Bye.